Hey, what's up, YouTube? Thanks for joining me again on another session or episode of the Top 5. So, this is a platform where I take stuff on the internet where they would normally say facts or stating, I won't say comments, but they statements. I want to say statements where they state statements or facts there on the internet, and I read it and maybe I like it or I like the topic and I bring it here and I put my opinion on what it is that I read. So again, this is my opinions on the things that I say here about whatever I'm talking about or the topic at that episode. And yeah, you can make up your own opinion. It's not per se that what I say is right or wrong, or what you think is right or wrong. It's just me telling you my opinion about it. So today we're actually talking about relationships, and today's top 5 is top 5 myths about healthy relationships. And on number 5, we shouldn't fight. Well, yeah, that is probably a myth. Personally, like talking from a personal experience, never mind other people. You will fight. You will have arguments. You will have disagreements because you guys are not the same person. That is the simplest I can go down to it for this number 5. You are just not the same person, and already that will bring in differences, and differences will cause fights. Differences will cause disagreements. So yep, that is a myth. We shouldn't fight. If you're in a relationship where you guys are not fighting, well, good for you, but I think there's a big question mark hiding somewhere in that relationship, my opinion. Number 4, it shouldn't be hard to feel intimate. Logically thinking, yes, but since we are different people, we are not, we might not want to be intimate the same, if that makes sense. It's something that two people should discuss as to what is the best suit for them. So for it not to be hard, yes, logically thinking it shouldn't, but simply because of life happens and sometimes one does not feel to be intimate, it doesn't mean that they are wrong, but it's just in a relationship that you will not just be, it will just always be easy to be intimate, because sometimes you have a bad day, all you want to do is rest, or you have a busy day, there's no time, or even though you can make time, you must always be able to make time for important things in your life, but life sometimes gets busy, and sometimes we are just not in the mood, so it sometimes is hard, to feel intimate. Sometimes I think it does get hard to feel intimate. On number 3, we shouldn't be together or we should be together all the time. Yeah, no, you need your space, I feel like in a relationship you need a space. You need time to yourself, to gather yourself, to be able to go back, step out, look at your relationship, reflect. I'm looking for the word reflect. You should be able to step out and reflect. Not that you should always be, out of the relationship, but from time to time, yes, you do need to. You need to step out, get some air, get some time to yourself, reflect about yourself, reflect about your relationship, look into your relationship. You need to always reflect, guys. You must reflect. So you can't always be together. Yeah, I feel like you can get to each other's nerves. I feel like, yeah, that might not be such a good thing. Too much of something is never really good. So number 2, we should agree on politics and religions. No. You are two different people again. You are two different people. You're coming in with different minds. You're coming in with different likes and dislikes. So for personally for me, again, my opinion, it's okay to have disagreement. You must just respect. You must just respect your partner's decisions or choices sometimes of what either they like or what they prefer to follow in terms of like religion or politics. There's nothing wrong your partner being Christian and maybe you are Hindu or something like that. It shouldn't be an issue. You must just respect each other's opinions or even ideas or of how to live. Yeah, that's up to you. So no, you should not be agreeing on politics and religion, and that goes for a lot more things as well, that you might not agree together to the same thing. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. Again, you are two different people. Number one, we should both want to make up after a fight. Not necessarily, ideally that's an ideal thing, but don't forget that when you fight, probably one person is much angrier about the other one because maybe the one did something the other doesn't like. So to try and make up, that person might still be angry or feeling whatever they're feeling and not in a state of actually looking to make up. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. We don't deal with things the same. Sometimes the fact that you feel something is not important or a fight was not as intense or shouldn't be as intense, it doesn't mean to the next person it wasn't, because we don't look at things the same. We look at things differently, and maybe that little thing to you is a big thing to them. So you cannot expect that because you are over it, the next person is also, or your partner is also over it. It just doesn't work like that. So if it does happen, I feel like yes, there will be some fights that are very, very minimal to the both of you, and it's easy to make up just soon after the fight, and that's okay, and kudos for that. But it doesn't mean it will happen all the time, simply because we don't deal with disappointments and anger and all of that in a very same way. So some other people might need some cool off time, others might need a minute just to cool off. So it's really dependent on both of you, and how you guys take fights and resolving fights. And yes, guys, that is that, man. The top 5 myths about healthy relationships. Those are my opinions, guys. Like I always open it up. Let's talk about it. Comment below if you have something to say. I really like hearing other people's other people's thoughts on topics like this. So if you have something to say, maybe how you deal with some of these things, you can comment down below, and let's make a conversation out of it. I'm tired, guys. So until the next one, thank you I hope you're good, and I hope you're doing great. Until the next one, I will see you there.